blasting across the room like the sumimasen of the drunk dude next to you waiting for his next beer in the tiny izakaya down the street from your home. It's DIA, or Dudes in Asia. What up, Dude Maniacs? As always, this is David Hayter.
And this is David Wynn, aka Nugi Hudai.
Welcome to episode 28. On today's episode, we're going to talk about all you can drink in Japan and Japanese work parties.
Oh yeah, it's about to get turned up in Japan this week, as I'll be visiting our friend Hayter in Japan we meet up on Friday, right?
Yeah, that's the plan, man. That's the plan. I think I can skip out of work a little early, you know. I put in some time, so it'll be good.
Oh yeah. And by the way, happy birthday, bro.
Thank you. You know, we were talking a little bit before the show, and I mean, a lot of people are like, dude, man, it's your birthday. You doing something tonight? I'm just like, man, live every day like it's my birthday. You know,
that's the way to live life, man.
Yeah, man. Like my girl is like, what do you want to do for your birthday? I'm like, you know, all I want is money, food, or booze. Because I like food and booze, and if you give me money, I can get those too. But she took me out to the Lowry's, man. When we were in Osaka.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
so that was cool.
Again?
I don't know, man. I went one time with my homeboys in February.
Okay.
And then we went to Osaka like over the spring break. And we went again, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see, one time with my homeboy, she didn't get to go. She's like, I want to go. I'm like, okay, you can take me for my birthday. That's how nice a guy I am. That was good times though, man.
Nice.
But yeah, dude, anything new with you, man? What's happening?
Man, let's see. It's been a wild whirlwind, I tell you that much, man. Like last week I've been saying food poisoning, but I don't know if it exactly is. But pretty much, I drank some milk. It might have been unpasteurized. It definitely wasn't expired, but I got serious food illness after that, man. For like 2 days, I was just like shitting and vomiting. So
damn, dude.
It was explosive both ways. Like, I'd never seen my vomit explode that way before, dude. It was
holy
bad.
shit, huh? Damn,
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah. So, that put me out of commission for a little bit. And then, man. So, quick story, man. So, I'm going to Japan this week, but it's been just a whirlwind just to actually get to this point, dude. Because, like, first, the wife wasn't happy. We had a good, it wasn't an argument, but a good conversation, and we kind of sailed past it. We were good terms. But next thing you know, like, so I had all the plans to kind of help out, find a helper to assist with everything while I'm gone. Unfortunately, like, this Saturday, wife's grandma like had to be rushed to the ER because she had like a blood infection.
Oh, that's no good, man.
Yeah, I mean she had a skin infection first, but because she's like bedridden all the time, it quickly just went to the blood, and now she's like in the hospital. So the mom has to take care of the grandma, which kind of leaves us with no person to take care of Grace. So that was like not on my radar whatsoever.
Yeah, man.
But we have a backup assistance to help. But no, it's just like this. Like, for example, another issue that occurred. Okay, I was looking at the right ticket, but the day I purchased my ticket last week, for some reason, I booked a ticket to Nagoya.
Oh, what? That's weird.
Not Narita, bro. You know.
Yeah, you're going to NGO, not NRT.
Yeah, dude. I just don't know why NGO just hit my head the whole time. Like,
wow.
Even though I looked at the ticket the first time, like, I knew where I was going, but for some reason that day I booked the ticket, dude. I was looking at NGO the whole time. I was like, damn, I can't find the same flight as VC, so. But okay, here's the lucky part about it, right? I could only book one way.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so it only dropped me like 200, but still, and I could get a refund because it was like a hacker fare.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So
see, man, you could have just came to Nagoya and then you hop on the bullet train, man.
4 hours away.
2 hours, man.
But still, you know, still.
That would be a pain, though, dude. I just got to Japan. I want to go do all this stuff. What are you gonna do? Take a bus to a train? To
so exactly. So I got to go back and go to Tokyo and whatnot. So, I mean, like now that everything's all clear now, but still, it's like there are a couple other hurdles too. But it's like, oh man, I really hope this trip was like completely worth it, which I know it will be, but still, it was not a smooth transition, man.
Yeah,
So,
well, you know, it's that Murphy's Law, man. Whatever can happen will happen.
Yeah, real talk. Real talk, dude. I think it's like my philosophy. Like, there's like a price to pay in order for shit to have a good time. So it's like, yeah, there's the shit you got to deal with, man. Because you're about to have a great time in Japan with your boy Hater.
Yeah. Well, you know, man. Yeah, things like that happen. You just try to learn from it. You know, take it in stride. You know what I mean?
That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Anyways, man, what's new with you, bro?
Yeah. You know, it is my birthday today.
Yep.
I don't have any major plans.
Mm-hmm.
Probably eat me a large pizza and drink some cheap wine.
Nice.
That's my combo, man.
Double cheese, double pepperoni.
Indeed, man. The grease bomb. That's the living name we have for it. Yeah, and then other than that, like today is also the start of the school year for students out here. So I'm going to be going to 2 schools this year. Like one I taught at a couple years ago. One I'm going for the first time.
How's it distance-wise from your pad? Convenient?
Yeah. You know, last year I went to the closest school, so I got spoiled, you know.
Yeah.
This year I can take like one bus in the morning. It's not too bad. Like I can get on the bus at like 7:25, and I'll get to school around like 8. But today is like the opening ceremony, so like you should dress up a little bit. I wore a suit. But actually over the weekend I rode my bike out there. Like it's probably about like 4 miles away. So if I ride my bike like super fast, probably make it in like a half hour, you know, with all the traffic and whatnot. Yeah, but it was funny, man, because like, you know, I've been teaching in Yokkaichi out here for like 5 years. And then they rotate the staff around a lot, right? And so I walk into the teacher's room and, you know, I was like, you know, "Ohayo gozaimasu," like say good morning. And I rolled in. And then, like, I see the principal. I'm like, "Hey, long time no see, man." Like, you know, I worked with him, like, 3 years ago, you know. And he's like, "It's you?" I'm like, "It's me." He's like, "All right, come in, sit down, man. What's up, fool? How's it going?" Like, you know. Yeah, he's pretty chill, you know. Nice. And then, yeah, there's a few other teachers. Like, one of them I worked with my first year, like, when I was brand new. And she's, like, this tiny, like, lady. And the kids always laugh because I'm like the biggest bastard and she's like the smallest girl, you know? And then like we stand next to each other at the beginning of class, just like, ha 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 ha. It's pretty hilarious.
Nice.
Yeah. And then over the weekend, I had a work party. They call it Kanso Geikai. I think maybe I talked about it before. But it's like a welcome party for new people that transfer in, a farewell party for people that are leaving. And so last week I had the one for my department in City Hall. And then this last weekend I had the one for my school I was at last year. And like, yeah, I don't know, dude. Like I always said, when you first go to the first, I'm like, wow, this is great. Oh, man, this is fantastic. And then like after 5 years, it's like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Like,
been there, done that.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun, but like it's not new anymore, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You kind of get used to it. I mean, it's a good time, don't get me wrong, but just some of that magic fades a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I ended up going out with the homie Chris. You know, he's on the show before. And we went to the local bar Oxo, which is like kind of like a bootleg like British pub, but it's like the closest we can get to like a bar in America, you know? And like I seen this cat, dude. I was like, this guy looks like a straight cholo. What's this about? You know? And then they came over and started talking to us. He's like, yes, I love lowriders. I was like, really? He's like, yes, in 2 weeks I will go to America. He's like, San Diego and San Jose and Tijuana. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
The Japanese guy?
Japanese dude, yeah. He looked like a straight cholo.
Fully embraced the cholo life, huh?
Basically, man, like he'd throw up a sign, be like, Vatos Locos.
What?
Like, yeah, so just getting like drunk with this like Japanese cholo in Yokkaichi.
He picked the right locations, right?
Yeah, and then
I don't
he's
actually
like,
not sure about San Jose, but San Diego and Tijuana, yeah, that's about
yeah.
right.
He's like, do you know San Pedro? I'm like, yes, I know San Pedro. And I was like, do you know Compton? He's like, yeah, Compton, NWA, fuck the police. Fuck the police. Like, you know.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I took some drunk selfies with that fool, man. I should throw that up on the blog.
Nice.
Then you can see this is actually true, man. I'm not just making this stuff up. That's right, man. Japanese party time, Japanese style.
Oh, it's about to be party time.
Indeed, man, indeed. Like, you know, when I first found out about this, like Nomi Hodai, I'm like, what? How does that work? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so they say Nomi Hodai is like all you can drink. Another way I've seen is free flowing drinks, like bottomless cup. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's like a pretty sweet deal, man. Usually, like if you're invited out, you know, by like a Japanese person, they're pretty strict with the time out here. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like if somebody tells you to like be at like a party's gonna start at 6, like it'll start at 6 on the dot. You know?
They don't give a fuck, right? It's gonna start.
Yeah. 6 o'clock is going down, man. Like so, and that doesn't mean like. It doesn't mean arrive at 6. It means the shit starts at 6. Like, you know what I mean?
I respect that.
Yeah. So you want to be there a little bit early, but then also not too early, right? So usually about 5 to 10 minutes early is good enough.
Yep.
You know, if you're less than that, it's kind of cutting it close. And if you're too early, then it's like you're just going to be waiting around like a goon, you know?
And then after that's your SOL.
Yeah. But yeah, also too, like when you're going to the party, like you got to kind of figure out how you're gonna get there. Like take the train, walk. You know, I advise against riding a bicycle if you're gonna be drunk. I mean, I've done it before, and I have some. I don't know. Maybe that's for another time. We'll tell some stories.
Yep.
Anyway, let's just say that judo falls help in things besides judo. Yeah, and then. You know, like when you're going out in Japan, you have a few options. Like there's places like bars, and you order a drink at a time, you know? Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's actually pretty reasonable, man. Like, could be like 500 yen for a beer, you know, about like $5. I've seen some places where it's as cheap as like 200 yen for a beer, like 300 yen for a beer, you know? Mm-hmm. And so, like, when it comes to either doing the all-you-can-drink or not, you got to kind of do some math, you know? So I've seen some all-you-can-drink places as cheap as like 800 yen.
What?
For like 2 hours all-you-can-drink alcohol.
But it depends on what type of alcohol they have, right?
Yeah. So in Japan, I don't know why. I should do some research into it. But beer like is expensive in Japan. I think it's probably because they don't have a lot of land for agriculture. You know.
Is it the ingredients too that's maybe like harder to make or harder to harvest or?
Yeah, I think it's because like the beer is made in Japan probably with Japanese ingredients. I have no idea if that's right or not. Yeah. I feel it's right, therefore it is.
Well, sake is rice, right?
Yeah, sake is made from rice. So
it's like abundant of it, so it might be just convenience way. Like sake is probably pretty cheap, right?
Yeah, depends there's cheap sake and there's expensive sake, you know. But sake is like wine, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's still is it still cheaper overhead than beer?
I think so, man. I can go get like 3 liters of sake for like $10, you know, if I wanted to at the store.
Yeah, there you go then, right?
Yeah. But yeah, so when you go out to do a Nomi Hodai, it could be anywhere from 800 yen on the cheap end up to about like 2,000 yen, like $20 on the high end.
$20 is high end?
Yeah, on the high end, man.
Jeez.
That's expensive.
Dude, that's like... I don't know. I'm just so used to being around VC. It's like him and his bottle service. So I was like, $20 per person, dude. That's not it. Anyways, go ahead. Okay.
That's cool, man. But yeah, like one of the spots I like to go to, it's like a corporate like izakaya, like a corporate bar. Yeah. But then you know what you're getting, right? And it's called like Sandaime Torimero. And like this place, like depending on where it is, it can be like pretty ghetto. Like, but normally their beer is 200 yen, you know? Mm-hmm. So if you just want to have like a few beers, it's not really worth it to do the all you can drink, you know? Mm-hmm. But like in Yokkaichi, you do the all you can drink and they got like Red Bull vodka on there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So it's pretty good. And then like, so that 2 hours.
That's okay, yeah, just because all of them are always 2 hours? Always 2 hours?
Not always.
Okay, there
so some places I've seen where it'll be like 500 yen for 30 minutes. I've seen,
but it's like 500 yen though, right?
Yeah, 500 yen,
that's
man.
$5. So it still equals like $20 for 2 hours.
Yeah, I've seen other places like 1 hour for like 800.
Oh, okay.
Like sometimes though, when you get into like course dinners and like making reservations, you can get some for like 3 hours. You know, I've heard of one place in Yokkaichi where if you pay like 7,000 yen, like $70, like no time limit, all you can eat, all you can drink. And that place is open for like 5 hours, you know?
And I assume it's kind of like what, they got like prime rib and lobster or something?
Oh, no, this place is like an Okinawan type of bar, so they have a lot of like Japanese, like Okinawan style food. But then also because there are a lot of soldiers that came to Okinawa, they have a lot of like Tex-Mex kind of stuff, you know? So they'll make you like
$70 for like, for 5 hours, all you can eat, all you can drink of like Tex-Mex food.
Yeah, I haven't been myself, only heard about it. But they probably have like Japanese bar food, but then they have stuff like taco rice, just like taco. It's like ground beef and like rice with like some taco seasoning. And like you can get like chili cheese fries made with like Hormel chili, you know? Yeah. But then, you know, that sounds like a good idea, like all you can eat and all you can drink for 5 hours. But
though.
come on, man, come on. Yeah, that's
5 hours, man.
It's, you know, it's like, no, man, after like about 3 hours is the limit, dude.
What's the most you've done back to
3
back?
hours.
3 hours.
Back to back?
Yeah, because you've done like 2 hours here, 2 hours there, right?
I've probably done like 3 in a night before, bro.
Three 2-hour spots in a night?
Yep.
So 6 hours.
Pretty much, yeah.
So you're saying 3 hours at one location is a bit much, but to cycle through different locations, like 3 spots was your limit?
I think so, man. Yeah, you know, I'm not 31 anymore, man. But you know, I don't really do that nowadays, man. Maybe I'm just getting grown, or I don't know what's up, man. But
the vibe isn't right, my man.
yeah. I don't know. We can see, dude.
We'll find out Friday. We'll find out Saturday, my man.
Yeah, but usually for me, like I'll hit one spot, right, and then like after that, you want to go to a place that's more kind of chill, and then just order like drinks like one at a time, you know?
Yeah.
Because then that's the other thing too, is like once you decide to do that all you can drink, then you're locked in. You know, you're gonna be sitting there for a cool minute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay. How's the variety at these type of places?
Okay, yeah, so usually you go in and they'll have a menu, and then this is something else too, right? Like, if you don't speak Japanese, a lot of the time they don't advertise that they do that shit in English, you know? So, like, I'll go into places like, oh, yes, the drink menu's back there. I'm like, I don't want that drink menu. Bring me the all-you-can-drink menu. They're like, oh, you know what's up, huh? Okay, I'll be back. You know, it's pretty funny.
Okay, so you gotta do, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. But if you can read Japanese, a lot of the times it's advertised in Japanese, like what it costs and all that, you know. Yeah. But if you don't read Japanese, you wouldn't know. Yeah. And so usually they'll ask you, okay, what do you want for your first drink? And so what most people do is just like bring me a beer, because it's like very easy. You don't have to look at the menu. You don't got to decide nothing. Like, just beer me now. I want to start drinking, you know?
Yeah.
And then while you're drinking that beer, you can look over the menu and decide what you want next. So a lot of places, they'll have beer, they'll have sake, then they have like shochu, you know, and then they have chuhais, which are kind of like cocktails made with shochu. Then they also will have like whiskey and whiskey-based cocktails, like highball, like it's basically like a whiskey soda. Then they'll also have maybe stuff made with gin or vodka, so you can get like gin and tonic or like a screwdriver. There's something else too. They call it cassis. You heard of that?
No.
So it's really popular in Japan. It's like a liqueur that's like black currant flavor. Like it kind of tastes like grapey, kind of like berryish.
Yeah.
Yeah, so people really like that too. Like they mix it with orange juice or all kind of other stuff.
How strong is that?
It is not strong at all, man. If you want to fucking survive the night, just sip those all night. Yeah. But,
as in like beer level or like...
Probably less, dude. I feel like...
Okay.
Like, because, you know, most liqueurs are like 20%, you know, 15%.
That's right.
And they probably just put in like a shot. So it's like drinking one is like drinking like half a beer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they'll usually have some other like sweet cocktails, like super sugary, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like for me, like one problem I'd run into before is you go to the Nomi Hodai, right? And they have all these different drinks. And so you want to like try them all. but then you end up just mixing together a gang of shit and then just feeling like shit later. Like, you know what I mean?
That's what I was concerned about.
Yeah. But what I've noticed is that like beer and like sake go together pretty well. Also like shochu. Like those don't really interfere with each other too much.
Those three?
And sometimes, yeah. Also, like if you get like a highball, like whiskey soda, that isn't too bad if you stick to those, you know?
Yeah.
But then when you start mixing in like vodka, gin, like all the other fruity stuff, man, you can feel pretty crappy, you know? And then especially when you think about it too, because it's Nomi Hodai, it's going to be like the bottom shelf of everything, you know? Yeah, man. But I think probably...
So that's when you eat hangover.
Oh, yeah, it could be, man. It could. But they said that a lot of salarymen swear by that Ukon drink, though. You remember I brought that out to Vietnam before?
Yeah, you drink that first, right? Or you drink that after?
Yeah. So they say you should drink it first. You could drink it while you're doing it. You could drink it after. But from what I've heard, you drink it before you drink. And it kind of cuts down on the hangover. It's kind of like a vitamin shot or something. Yeah. I don't know. But the thing is like you can't really test it scientifically. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I drink the Ukon, I still feel like crap. Like maybe you would have felt more crappy. It's like, that's true.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like for me, usually when I go out, I'll get like a beer to start, and then maybe like a highball. I really like lemon sours. Lemon sours are bomb, dude.
You've mentioned that a couple times. I got to try one.
Yeah. And then what else? Oolong Hai. Did I tell you about that?
Mm-mm.
So it's like oolong tea, and they throw in some shochu in it. Yeah, so that one is good. It's very like refreshing, you know. And then it's actually kind of like healthy. It's like drinking water. You hydrate while you get drunk. You know? Yeah. But it's good times, man. And I think why I like it is because like you just come in, and especially like when you're in a group, you know, like say you got like 5 people. And like some people drink a lot, some people don't. Like everybody pays the same price, and you're good. You know, you don't have to like split things up, figure out who owes what, and all that. You know. Is there like
a limit group size for these Nomi Hodais?
You know, it's pretty much just kind of like a restaurant. You know, so some of them you can just show up without a reservation and be like, "Hey, we got 10 people. Can you get us in?" They'll be like, "Sure, come on in." You know. If you're gonna have like a lot of people, it helps to make a reservation. You know. But like work parties are a big thing in Japan, and like some places you can get in up to like 20, 40, like 100 people, you know?
Okay.
And at that point, it's just as like a banquet hall, you know, like in a hotel or something, you know?
Yeah. All right, cool. Cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and then something else to look out for, too, is... So say you go to all-you-can-drink place, right? And it says like 2 hours all-you-can-drink for like $20. So... as soon as you order, that starts the timer.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then usually they say like last order at 90 minutes. So once you've been there for an hour and a half. And then that's the thing too. So like when you want another drink, a lot of the times you have to finish the one you already have. And then when that drink comes, you change the glasses. That's like glass exchange, you know?
Okay, so you can't just like, nah, I don't like it. I'm just like swap out, right?
Yeah. So, like, a lot of times people try to double fist and stuff, you know what I mean? And places don't like that. They get pissed off, you know? But the thing is when they say last order, even if you have another drink, they'll still bring you another one.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's like someone in Japan, dude, is like, they came up to a guy and was like, "Hey, man, you're done. You got to get out of here." Like, "What about my last order?" And like, "Fine, what do you want?" Like, "Haha, give me a beer." And like, "Damn it."
Yeah.
You know, it's like somebody started doing that and the rule just like spread everywhere.
So at the 90-minute mark, it's like, I'm just going to bring you one more drink.
Pretty much, yeah. And then you usually have about like a half an hour to like kick it at your table. You know, like
so it's not so it's not really a full 2 hours. So so it's really 90 minutes.
Yeah, it depends on the place, man. Some places are full 2 hours.
Okay.
Some places are like 90 minutes. Like some people say you can use the table for 2 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, so there is like it's a little tricky like that, but you know, like I've gone out with people and they're like butt hurt, you know, that
of course they could feel like
they got cut off.
They got duped.
Yeah, it's like, man, you just drank like 10 beers for $20, man. What more do you want?
Like you had 9 minutes to maximize, motherfucking jeez.
And it's like there's no last call in Japan. We'll never run out of alcohol, man. Like you can just go right to the convenience store across the street and go squat out front and drink your beer, man.
Yeah, like if you gotta need your fix, man, there's another way, man. But chill out.
Yeah, and like sometimes, you'll see people doing that. So like you go to do all you can drink, and somebody's down their first drink, and they push the button to summon the waiter, and then they're like, "Oh shit, I got to get my drink too," and they're like chugging theirs to catch up. It's like, just take it easy, don't rush it, pace it out.
Yeah,
you want to survive the night,
Do you know, have you been to any Nomi Hodais in Tokyo?
I think so. I've been to like a few in Osaka. Man, I don't know if I've actually done it in Tokyo or not, dude. I've seen the spots, but I feel like usually when I go to Tokyo, I would go like eat somewhere else or like go do something, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or like usually I'd go to like some other bars, but I haven't done the all-you-can-drink out there now that I think about it.
So the pricing could be essentially different as well because it's Tokyo, right?
It's usually about the same though, no matter where you go.
Okay,
you know
cool,
what I mean?
Cool.
Yeah, but it depends on where you are and if you know what to look for, Like I can read some Japanese, like I can search Google Maps, like in Japanese, like I know a few websites to look up, and like you punch in like exactly what you want, like no reservation, this long, all you can drink, blah blah blah, like yeah, and it'll pop up,
So you said some places that have karaoke also do Nomi Hodai as well?
Yeah, a lot of them do, man. Like there's one spot close to here, like Osaka. Yeah, like I think it's probably based in Osaka, but it's called like Karaoke Joy Joy. And so when you go there, like after like 7 p.m. until 3 a.m., like you pay for karaoke and the all you can drink is free, And like for like 3 hours, like on a weekday, like 3 hours of all you can drink and like karaoke is like $15, Yeah. And then on the more expensive places, like I went to a karaoke place in Tokyo, like New Year's Eve or like New Year's Day. I did all you can drink for 2 hours. It was like $50.
But that's prime time hours, man. Prime time day. Yeah.
Yeah, so that can cost more, But it's still good times, man. And when you compare to like how much you spend in like the U.S., it's still like a pretty good deal,
Yeah.
Yep. Wait, so you have any other questions, dude?
Nah, man. Yeah, I think that's gonna cover our Friday night right there, buddy.
All right, man. We'll take this information, put it to good use.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
That does it for another fresh episode of Dudes in Asia. Nomi Hodai is one of the crazy things in Japan you really can't get anywhere else. It's a nice way to relax, have a few drinks, and not have to worry too much about how much the bill is going to be.
Yeah, really looking forward to it, man. Thank you for sharing with us. Thank you for sharing that with us, Hater. Anyways, dude, I am so looking forward to this trip.
Yeah, the same here, bro.
Yeah. Anyways, this is Noogie Hodai signing out. Be sure to check out our blog at dudesinasia.blogspot.com. Speaking of that, have you touched the blog lately, dude?
I have not.
Neither have I.
One day.
But we'll do a joint effort one while we're there. And also hit us up on Facebook at facebook.com/dudesinasia.
Yeah, if you want to follow me on Twitter, search for @DavidHater. That's @DavidHar. Peace out.
Peace out, y'all.